Welcome to the Best in the Game podcast. I'm your host, Mike Jones, aka Jersey Mike. And on today's show, we will be reviewing week 1 of the NFL schedule. We also got a couple other stories for you as well, too. Before we get into the stories, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We greatly appreciate that. Appreciate all the support. Almost at 1,000 subscribers. Appreciate each and every one of y'all listening to the show every week. Before we get into today's stories, I got a story to tell. So usually advertising typically doesn't work on me. You see ads in magazines on your phone while you're scrolling social media, everything. And, they're trying to get you to buy these things and subconsciously make you buy it. Advertising typically doesn't work on me. It worked on me recently because I'm a big coffee drinker. I love stopping to get me a cup of coffee in the morning. So one of my apps came up and it was like, yo, you could get a muffin for like $1 if you order a cup of coffee. And I'm like, I love coffee. I'm going to stop and grab a cup of coffee anyway. So adding a muffin on top of that, and it's also that season now where we're getting into all the pumpkin spice and the pumpkin latte and the pumpkin muffin. And I love pumpkin. I like pumpkin. It's delicious. It's amazing. I like the flavor. Yeah, I know and I understand in recent years, it's turned out that there actually isn't any sort of pumpkin flavoring inside the coffee or the creamer. I don't care. I like how it tastes. So I see this deal. I see this ad. Get a muffin for $1. I'm like, yo, I'm going to go get me a pumpkin muffin, right? Head over to Dunkin' Donuts. While I'm on the way there, typically I like to order in advance because I like to just pull up, grab, and go. It always kind of kills me because I feel like there's some restaurants where it's sort of designed that way. Like the best thing you could probably do is order it ahead in the app. They're going to give you the best deal. You're probably going to get all the discounts inside of the app. And that way, you kind of keep the drive-through a little bit clear for those people who don't got time to stop and go inside. So that's what I do. I'm on my way to the restaurant, inside the app, picking out my coffee, picking out that pumpkin donut, getting real psyched up because this is my first piece of pumpkin this year, right? And I pull up to the drive-through. They asking like, yo, what can I get you? I'm like, hey, my name is Mike. I'm here to pick up a mobile order. They're like, pull around, right? And it's crazy because like typically this location that I go to, the line typically isn't that long. But for some reason, it was just a little bit longer today. And I was just like, maybe somebody called out of work, the person who bakes the bagels or whatever the fuck. So I'm like, whatever. It's a little bit longer wait, but it's cool because it's pumpkin time. It's time to get some pumpkin, right? So I get to the window and I actually ordered 2 coffees this morning because I usually need that initial burst in the morning. And I also have like a little bit of a backup in case I start lagging in the later part of the day. So she hands me the 2 coffees. She comes back to the window and she's like, we don't have any more pumpkin muffins. And immediately I'm kind of outraged in my mind. Right? Like, because it's like, if you don't have pumpkin muffins, then you shouldn't have pumpkin muffins in the app. You shouldn't be showing me pumpkin muffins if that's not what you got. I told y'all earlier, advertising typically doesn't work on me, but we're in that time of year. We about to get in the fall, pumpkin spice, pumpkin latte, pumpkin cake, pumpkin loaf. I love pumpkin. And I do believe pumpkin pie is better than sweet potato pie. Don't start with me. Pumpkin pie is my shit. So, no pumpkin muffin. Immediate outrage. Heart sank. And I'm like, okay. So she begins to kind of offer me like the alternatives of what is available. And she's running down the list. She's like, chocolate chip, which like, it's cool, but I don't really do chocolate chip muffins. That's not my thing. She's like, blueberry. I'm like, blueberry it's okay too, but it's real far off of the whole pumpkin taste that I was aiming for. And she's like, coffee cake. I'm like, oh, cool, coffee cake. I really wanted a pumpkin muffin, but if I can't get pumpkin, probably the next best thing that I could do is get like a coffee cake muffin. So I'm like, okay, cool, coffee cake. All right, that's all right, cool. So I'm sitting there, and it feels like this is just taking longer than it should take, right? It's still the morning. So I'm like, if you serve mostly donuts, muffins, and coffee, like, you gotta have like a whole large ass batch of that shit in the back. But I'm just sitting there and I'm waiting. I'm like, this is taking long. Catching up on my podcast, running down my music list, trying to figure out what it is that I'm gonna listen to on the way back. And she comes back to the window, and her face said the words that I thought she was gonna say. She comes back to the window and she's like, we don't have any coffee cake muffins either. Why in the world are you offering me a goddamn coffee cake muffin if you don't have coffee cake muffins? Once again, I'm like outraged. Just like, what the hell? Like, y'all really got my morning starting off kind of like on the wrong foot. So she goes into the list again. She goes into the list of things that she can offer again. She's like, hey, well, look, we got chocolate chip. In my mind, I'm like, she lying. She's like, we got blueberry. In my mind, I'm like, she lying. And I was just like, you know what? I got to run a game here. I got to run some game here, right? I was in the app. The deal was get a muffin for $1. Y'all don't got the muffin that I want. Y'all don't got the second muffin that I want. Y'all gonna have to come up off something, because right now you wasting my time. I'm sitting here, I'm in a drive-through. I've been like, what feel like fucking 30 minutes. And I'm like, yo, nah, y'all need to offer me like half a dozen glazed donuts or something. Y'all gotta come up off these donuts. She looks at me, right? At first, kind of like weird. And then she looks up at the screen, I guess, to like kind of see the order. And she's like, I don't know about no donuts or giving you half a dozen donuts because you only paid $1 for the muffin. I'm like, well, I paid $1 for a muffin that you don't even have. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I paid $1 in advance to come to this drive-thru, sit here for 10 minutes for you to come and tell me that y'all don't even have the flavor muffin that I picked out inside the app saying that you had it. Outraged. She's like, well, I could give you your $1 back. Yeah, give me my $1 back. Give me my goddamn $1. Give me my goddamn $1 back. Gave my $1.06, whatever the tax was on it. And this had to be like one of the dirtiest dollars I've ever seen. I don't know if this was in her back pocket. I don't know if it fell on a greasy behind floor. I was like, I don't want that $1. That $1's mad greasy. Take that $1 back. Go give me a cleaner $1. I want a better $1. She went, talked to her manager. Her manager came back with like a brand new crispy $1. I thought, like, damn, like, is y'all serving donuts or is this a bank? Because this $1 looked like brand new, like razor sharp edges. Anyway, long story short, it's that time of the year, y'all. It's time for y'all to get y'all pumpkin spice lattes, get your pumpkin muffins, get your pumpkin donuts. It's my favorite time of year. Got that little chill in the air. I love that. It's not so hot outside all day. I love that. I'm outside with shorts all day long. I love that. It's that perfect time of the year. Go get your muffins. Go get your pumpkin spice lattes. And by the way, Dunkin' Donuts, stop advertising freaking pumpkin muffins if you don't got pumpkin muffins. Stop playing with me. That's that story. What else we got? So, VMAs happened this week. VMAs happened this week. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't watch it. I was asleep, y'all. I was asleep. So I don't have any real review in regards to the VMAs. I seen some news this morning. It appears that Taylor Swift pretty much racked up for the evening, won a lot of awards for her music videos. I don't even know who else was in the category. I'm not sure who the other nominees were in a lot of these categories. It appears there's some it's a mixed bag of reviews for the VMAs. The VMAs and some of these other award shows, they had been kind of struggling in recent years, I believe, for viewership. It's especially weird to me that MTV still even does the VMAs just because they don't mostly play music videos anymore. I think they have like their second-hand, third-hand channels that will show music videos all day, but the primary channel is mostly composed of reality TV and things of that sort. But congrats to all the nominees. Congrats to all the winners. Congrats to Taylor Swift. Gave a very long speech during her Video of the Year reception. Thanked her boyfriend Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs for his light and his energy that he provided during the video shoot. The video that won Video of the Year appears to be Taylor Swift featuring Post Malone, Fortnite, and she directed the video. I don't know if it was like her directorial debut or something, but the clip that I saw, all I'll say is like it's kind of interesting because when I think of Taylor Swift, I think of like this young, teenage looking girl or whatever. The part of the speech that I saw her where she was kind of thanking her co-workers, her co-directors, people who worked on video, her boyfriend Travis, her voice was different. I was just like, damn, who is this? Who is this talking? And yeah, I had to look it up, and I'm just now noticing. I don't know why. You know, makeup is a hell of a drug. You know, she looks very youthful, and I just looked this up. It says Taylor Swift is 34 years old. Yeah, when she was receiving the award, she was very much in her womanly bag. Like it was just different from other times I saw her receive awards and stuff like that. It was very, I don't know, just mature. And I don't particularly listen to a lot of Taylor Swift music. Of course, she has the big commercial hits. I don't watch when she's on like CMAs or any other show, but I did notice. I was just like she just seems older, and that's because she is. Like she's not a teenager. She's not even in her 20s. It says that she's 34 years old. So congrats to her. Congrats to all the other winners, nominees. VMAs was hosted by Meg Thee Stallion. I heard she did a good job. Fantastic job. A lot of wardrobe changes. So hopefully I'll have more information for you guys next time. I'll be sure to sit down maybe over the weekend and catch some more of the clips regarding VMAs. So, but speaking of VMAs, speaking of Travis Kelce, week 1 of the NFL season has come to a close. Week 2 is about to get started. Week 1 was exciting. It was exciting. I was definitely super excited for football to be back. I caught just about all the games over the weekend. The early games. Caught the first game of the season, Ravens and Chiefs. That turned out to be a nail biter. Very, very good at the end. Isaiah Likely, oh man, just literally Ravens lost by a toe. Like I don't even know what to say. It was a heck of a game. Ravens definitely had their chance. Lamar Jackson had a few shots down into the end zone that he couldn't quite get the throw, couldn't quite get the completion made. But congrats to the Chiefs starting off the year trying to go for the three-peat, Super Bowl champion. They did a fantastic job. The kid Xavier Worthy out of Texas, literally the fastest man in the NFL with the fastest 40 time ever recorded. He caught 2 touchdowns. That was a fantastic game. That game was followed up the next evening by Eagles and Packers. They were playing in Brazil. That game was a little bit harder to watch. They were playing on a soccer field, and it was very slippery and slick out there for both teams, especially during the first half. But eventually things got rolling, and the Eagles came out of there with a win over the Packers. Shout out to Jordan Love. Heal up. Appears that he got injured or something on the last play or next to last play of the game. So we're just sending out well wishes to Jordan Love. Hope that he heals up. He's on my fantasy team. He was on the bench for this game because I did think the Eagles defense was going to do what it is that they did. But shout out to him. I hope he heals up and that he's able to get back to the team and help the team out because they're going to need it. They're going to need it. That division, the NFC North, is going to be a real tough one this year, especially now that they have to compete with the Bears, who, even though they won their first game of the week, they look kind of slow and they're kind of bringing it together. But that defense for the Bears looked amazing as well, too. So other week one highlights, Saints over the Panthers, 47-10. The Panthers look absolutely atrocious. Feel so sorry for that fan base at this time. Vikings over the Giants. Daniel Jones looks like trash. I don't understand. It's just a series of unfortunate events with the Giants. Everybody witnessed the deal on Hard Knocks where they was on the phone with Saquon, and Saquon, they didn't sign him or they didn't make that commitment to him, and he went elsewhere, putting all of their marbles in the Daniel Jones basket. And that appears to be a decision that they are likely going to very much regret. Very, very much. Some surprises from week one. Patriots over the Bengals. Shout out to Jerome Mayo, head coach. Officially got his first win as a head coach. The Bengals looked abysmal. They looked very bad. I get it. Jamar Chase has been out, holding out camp and stuff like that, so they really didn't get a rhythm. But Joe Burrow in the game, he was not himself. He was not that confident, cool Joe that we remember from a few years ago. So they definitely got some work to do as well, too. Steelers over the Falcons. That was probably one of the larger upsets of the weekend. The Steelers, shout out to Mike Tomlin and those boys. They always figure it out. They're always figuring it out somehow. The Falcons just looked like they were stuck in neutral. They signed Kirk Cousins in the offseason. That had the fan base electrified. They were excited. They figured there'd be some more high-flying plays. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought that they would settle a little bit more into that run game, really take advantage of the veteran running backs on the team. But Steelers over the Falcons, that was quite a shocker. It was a shocker to my fantasy team. It was a shock to my parlay, too. Shock to my parlay. Damn Falcons. What else we got? Texans over the Colts. That was quite the game, quite the shootout. That game was in Indy. Texans just continuing to take advantage of the division. Probably one of the weaker divisions in the NFL, but the Texans look like they're primed to take the division again. Bills and Cardinals. Bills had to rally back. I think they were down like 17-6 at some point, 17-3 at some point. So the Bills with the comeback win. As I said earlier, Bears over Titans, Dolphins over Jaguars, Seattle beat the Broncos. Broncos look real crazy right now. Raiders and Chargers. Hey, shout out to the Raiders. They played the heck of a game. It was a tough game. They have a quarterback problem. The Raiders have a quarterback problem. I thought that they definitely upgraded the position with Gardner Minshew, but they appear to be a little bit stuck in the mud there. So Bucks beat the Commanders, Cowboys over the Browns, Lions over the Rams, and my lowly Jets with the loss to the 49ers on Monday night. Week 2's coming up. It's going to be a fantastic week. More fantastic games. Starting off in the right way. We're going to double back to the Dolphins-Jaguars. Apparently, There was a lot. There was a lot going on the field over the weekend, but apparently a lot going on off the field as well too. Tyreek Hill, there was video of him being detained by police before the game. Apparently, they pulled him over for what has been alleged to have been a traffic violation or traffic incident. By now, there's video everywhere showing now of Tyreek Hill and how he was treated. There's body cam footage of the interaction and, Tyreek talking to the police demanding he get out the vehicle, telling him to lay down on the ground. So there are a lot of storylines in the NFL. This is one of the unfortunate ones because we didn't want the NFL season to start off this way. I'm pretty sure the NFL didn't want this season to start off this way, to be talking about things happening off the field, sort of having a negative tone. I hope that they can come to some sort of resolve between the issues. Tyreek Hill, Miami Dolphins, Miami-Dade Police Department, I believe it is. But the video is kind of damning. Video's kind of damning. The way that they treated him, sat him down on the curb, pushed him down on the curb, laying face down on the ground, officer with the knee in his back. And it's even been alluded, I didn't see the video or images of that, but some of his teammates saw what was happening and stopped, and they apparently got handcuffed as well too. So it's kind of a shit show in that regard. Tyreek still played in the game, still had an amazing touchdown catch. I think it was like 70 or 80 yards, something like that. Even kind of alluded to what happened pregame in his touchdown celebration, Waddle pretending to put handcuffs on him, things of that sort. So a lot more to come from that story, and I'll be sure to keep track of that story so that we can follow and see what's going on with that. Other NFL news off the field, Shannon Sharpe. I didn't know Shannon Sharpe was trying out for OnlyFans. I didn't know that was what he was into. But apparently Shannon Sharpe is either trying out for OnlyFans or he has no idea how IG Live works. Shannon Sharpe was on IG Live, what appears to be by accident, being very intimate with a young lady by the name of Michelle, who he kept saying her name over and over again. So, now everybody's trying to find out who the hell is Michelle. So I thought that was interesting, super funny. Shannon Sharpe has had quite the year, started the year off right with Cat Williams interview. All the success he's been having on First Take, all the success he's been having with Club Shay Shay. The other podcasts, the Nightcap podcast he's had with Chad Ochocinco. But this is certainly, it was just, it's hilarious, man. And shout out to Shannon Sharpe. He definitely one of the OGs, kind of inspired me a little bit. But off the field, apparently, Michelle's a real big fan of his. So that's very much interesting. That's all I got. That's all I got for this week. Next week, I should have my top five Tuesday list coming to y'all next week. So be sure to look out for that. I got a whole lot of new music to review. That includes Doechii, Pete Rock, Pharrell, John Legend, and apparently Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar just dropped a new track on Instagram. I'm going to give it a good listen, see how it goes. And hey, stay tuned. Check back in. It might make the top 5 Tuesday next week. You never know. So appreciate y'all listening to the podcast this week. Thank you so much. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend that's going to share with a friend that's going to share with a friend. And I'm going to check y'all out next time. Peace.